Welcome to a place we love. Probably like many of the places that you love, it's one that's challenged by climate change. And will be even more so unless we take action. So what is it that we can do? How can we make a difference to preserve and protect our families, our businesses, and the communities that we enjoy, and the needs of people around the world that are suffering at the hands of climate change? Well, one thing that's critical for us to do is to take action, is to own our power in this situation. Too many people, too many of us are waiting for somebody else to take care of it, for the legislators to do it, for the scientists to come up with some magical solution. But the reality is that they can only bring about these changes if they have the support and the motivation of us. And by us, I mean you, me, our families, our friends, our coworkers, our community group members. That's where the energy needs to come from, because I learned long ago working in the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate that leaders only step forward when their constituents are there ahead of them. So we need to be taking action. So how do we do that? Well, one of the approaches that's been used that we need to shift away from has been a push strategy. People have been pushing us and saying, well, we've got to do this, you've got to do that, and it's got to be this way or that way. People don't like to be pushed. The neuroscience and psychology of top performance show that when you push people like that, they actually resist. Little surprise to us in our polarized politics, right? So we've got to have a different approach. And the alternative approach is the attraction model. How we can start from what it is that you love to do and I love to do. They're probably different things. So there'll be different solutions for us. And match that up with climate needs. There are many different climate needs and many ways we can serve through awareness, action, advocacy. Some things are going to fit for you, some things are going to fit for me. What we need to do is empower people to find that fit for themselves. That's going to be their climate sweet spot. That's where they're going to have the sustained energy to bring about the changes that are needed. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, this all sounds good, but you know, there are people in my group or in my organization or whatever that aren't interested, or maybe would resist these ideas and opportunities. Well, you'll read in the book and documented there, the social scientists have found that if you have 25% of a group engaged in working in a direction, that's sufficient to hit the tipping point. And that's what we need. Because the power of that energized group will overcome those who are indifferent and the few that may be resistant, and will help others to find through attraction ways that they can participate. So I invite you to read about the real life examples that are in the book that will empower and inspire you to take action in this way. And I encourage you to step forward, because we can solve climate change now and do what we love for a healthy planet.